My beloved child, hear me now, for I have words to share that will guide you through the trials and tribulations you face. Life, in its infinite wisdom, is not meant to be easy. The road ahead may be long, and the journey may be laden with obstacles. Yet, in your heart, there should be no doubt your hard work will pay off. Do you feel the weight of your labor, the sleepless nights, the endless tasks that seem to stretch beyond your grasp? You wonder at times if it's all worth it. You question whether anyone notices or if the fruits of your labor will ever bloom. But let me tell you this: nothing done in earnest, with care and dedication, ever goes unnoticed by the divine. Every moment of struggle, every ounce of effort, builds something far greater than you can see in the present. When you work, you pour a piece of your soul into everything you do. The energy you expend, be it in thought, in action, or in time, creates ripples in the world. These ripples will touch the hearts of others, far beyond your understanding. Even when you feel unseen, rest assured that your efforts are me. I watch over you, child, and I know the heart you put into every task. Whether it is work for the world or work within yourself, every effort is a prayer in motion. You must not despair in moments of weariness. For when you plant seeds, you do not immediately see the fruits of your labor. The seed is buried deep in the soil, where it must fight against the earth's weight, pushing upwards, striving towards the light. Similarly, your efforts today, though unseen, are like the seed that will one day sprout into something magnificent. Every action, no matter how small, is a part of this grand plan. But you must not grow weary in waiting. The waiting is as much a part of the process as the working. Understand this, child. There is wisdom in the waiting. You may be ready for the fruit of your labor, but the universe has its own pace, its own rhythm. It moves not according to your calendar, but according to a divine clock, one that is perfectly aligned to your needs and your potential. Though the waiting may seem long, and at times even futile, there is preparation taking place beneath the surface. Imagine the roots of a tree growing deeper and stronger when you are unaware. The work you do in silence, when no one is watching, is like the roots of that tree, hidden from sight, but vital to its growth. Without these unseen moments of labor, there would be no tree to bear fruit. There is a sacred beauty in persistence. It is a quiet strength that moves mountains, even when the mountains seem immovable. Your hard work is that strength. And though it may feel like nothing is changing, know that transformation is happening at every moment. You are evolving. Your efforts are weaving together the very fabric of your future. I know your heart is heavy sometimes, burdened by doubt. There are moments when you feel as if your work is pointless, or that others may not understand the sacrifices you make. But I am here to remind you, you are never alone in your journey. Your hard work is not in vain. Even when others do not see it, I see it. The angels see it. Your efforts are being honored, though they may not yet be acknowledged by the world. Do not be afraid to keep going, even when the end is not yet in sight. Trust that there is a purpose in your striving, a reward waiting at the finish line. The work you do today, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is leading you to something greater. You are in a season of growth. Though it is not always visible, the changes are profound. I understand the doubts that creep into your heart. But listen, child, the divine reward for your hard work is already on its way. It is not a matter of if, but when. The seeds you have planted will grow, and in their time, they will bear the most glorious fruit. All that you have given will return to you in abundance. But you must be patient. Trust in the divine timing. So, my dear one, carry on. You are seen, you are loved, and your hard work, each step, each effort, each sacrifice, is building something beautiful. Keep going. for the reward is nearer than you realize. In the vastness of the universe, it is easy to feel insignificant. When you look at the challenges ahead, they may appear insurmountable. The path before you seems long, and the effort required feels too great. But do not despair, for every step you take is not in vain. Each moment of hard work, every ounce of effort you put in, is like planting a seed in the fertile soil of your future. These small actions are the beginnings of something larger, something beautiful, and something divine. When a seed is planted, it is buried in darkness, surrounded by earth. It has no idea what lies ahead. It cannot see the sun or the sky above, and yet it grows, pushing its way through the soil. So too in your life, the hard work you do often seems hidden, unseen by the world. It may feel like you are working in the dark, putting in endless hours with no recognition. But just as the seed does not see the sun immediately, you too may not see the fruits of your labor right away. But know this, the growth is happening even when you cannot see it. You cannot rush the process. Growth takes time. The seed does not grow into a tree overnight. It requires seasons of nurturing, of patience, and of unwavering commitment. Your hard work is much like that seed. At times, it will feel slow, and it will seem like progress is halted. But remember, each effort you make is one step closer to your success. Every challenge you face is like the rain that nourishes the seed, helping it to grow stronger, to stretch towards its potential. The seed is patient. It does not fret over the passing of time. It knows that with each passing day, it is becoming what it was always meant to be. And so it is with you. Trust in the timing of your life. Your efforts, though they may seem small or even unnoticed, are building something that will one day be seen by all. It is the moments when you feel like giving up that your most significant growth occurs. The times when the path ahead seems clouded, when you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, are the moments that truly define you. In those times you have two choices: to give in to doubt or to trust in your hard work. The choice to keep going, to keep putting in the effort, even when it feels hopeless, is the choice that brings you closer to your reward. The rewards of hard work do not always come in the form you expect. Sometimes the fruits of your labor are not immediately visible. But know that every step you take is leading you towards something greater than you can imagine. The struggles you face are the very things that prepare you for the success that is to come. The more effort you put in, the greater your reward will be. And this reward will not just be a material one. The growth that happens within you as you persist through difficulty is just as important as any tangible success you may achieve. Hard work strengthens your character. It builds resilience. It refines your spirit. And all of this, every lesson learned, every challenge faced, becomes part of the reward. Your hard work is like a river, carving its way through the rock. At first it may seem insignificant, a small trickle of water that cannot possibly make a difference. But over time, the river wears away the stone, creating deep valleys, shaping the land, and leaving behind something beautiful. Every day that you continue to give your best effort, you are like that river, shaping the future in ways you cannot yet see. Trust in the process. Trust that your hard work is not in vain. Even on the days when you feel exhausted, when you question whether it's all worth it, remember, your efforts are planting the seeds of your success. Just as the seed does not see the sun immediately, you too may not see the reward today. But in time, the fruits of your labor will grow, and when they do, they will be more glorious than you could have ever imagined. So take heart, for the seeds you are planting today will one day bloom into something magnificent. Your hard work will indeed pay off, but you must remain steadfast. Do not allow doubt or fear to sway you from your path. The harvest will come, and it will be bountiful. rich with the rewards of your labor. The most profound truth about hard work is this: it is not the absence of struggle that leads to success, but the strength found in perseverance. Life is filled with moments that challenge you, moments that push you to your limits, yet it is through these very challenges that your character is forged. Each task you take on, each moment of exhaustion you endure, is not just a step toward the finish line. It is shaping you into the person you are becoming. Hard work is not just about what you do. It is also about how you respond to the difficulties that come your way. The world will test you. It will throw obstacles, setbacks, and discouragement in your path. There will be days when the weight of it all feels unbearable. But in these moments, remember that this is where your true strength lies. You are learning to rise, to adapt, and to continue despite the setbacks. Every time you face a challenge, you are building the very foundation for your future success. These trials are not signs of failure. They are opportunities for growth. It is in overcoming adversity that you begin to understand the power within you, the strength that you never knew you had. You are like a piece of iron being tempered in the forge. Each hammer strike shapes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for greatness. The nature of hard work is such that it requires endurance. You may not see the results immediately, but the effort you put forth is building towards something profound. This is where trust becomes essential. Trust that your work, no matter how difficult or unseen, is contributing to a greater purpose. Trust that every moment you dedicate to your goal is moving you closer to success, even if the path is not immediately clear. Think of the mountains in your life. When you stand at the foot of them, they seem towering and impossible to climb. But with each step, each movement forward, the summit grows a little bit closer. The mountain will not move on its own, and no one can climb it for you. It is your journey, your effort, that determines how high you will rise. And though the climb may be slow, with each step, you are getting closer to the top. That top represents the fulfillment of your dreams, the realization of all that you have worked for. You may not be able to control the speed at which you move, nor the obstacles that appear before you, but you can control how you respond. Will you allow each setback to discourage you? Or will you take it as a lesson, a reminder that you are capable of so much more than you realize? Every time you keep going, despite the obstacles, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you thought. And this strength will carry you forward. Perseverance is not about the absence of struggle. It is about learning to keep moving, even when it feels difficult. It is about showing up day after day, when the world around you seems to be telling you to quit. Every time you choose to push forward, you are reaffirming your commitment to yourself, to your dreams, and to the future that you are building. There is a quiet power in perseverance. It does not need to be loud or flashy. It does not need to be recognized by others. The true reward lies in knowing that you gave your best, that you did not give up, and that you trusted in your ability to succeed. Your hard work is the seed, and perseverance is the sunlight and water that nurtures it. With each effort, you are cultivating the conditions necessary for growth. It may seem like progress is slow, but remember that great things take time. The process of growth is never linear. There are times when you will feel stagnant, and other times when you feel as though you are moving at a breakneck pace. But through it all, your perseverance keeps you anchored, reminding you that every moment of effort is part of the journey. The world may not always applaud your efforts, and others may not always recognize the sacrifices you make. But your reward is not for them. The reward is for you, for the work you put in, for the lessons learned, and for the person you are becoming. In the end, your hard work will pay off, not because the world will notice, but because you will know that you gave your all. You will have built something lasting, something meaningful, and something that will sustain you through the challenges of life. Your reward is not only the success you achieve, but the strength and wisdom you gain along the way. One of the greatest truths of hard work is that it does not unfold according to your own timeline. Often you pour your effort into a task, only to find that the results do not come when you expect them to. The waiting period can be one of the most difficult aspects of the journey, but it is also one of the most important. It is not just the work you put in that brings results. It is the divine timing of your efforts, working in harmony with the universe. You may have heard it said that patience is a virtue, and indeed it is. But patience is not simply about waiting passively. It is about trusting that the work you've put in will bear fruit in its own time. There is an order to the universe, a rhythm to life that goes beyond human understanding. You cannot control this rhythm, nor can you force it to move faster. However, you can trust that everything you are doing is part of a greater plan, one that is unfolding in its perfect moment. The seed does not demand the sun. It waits patiently, knowing that it will receive what it needs when the time is right. You too must learn to trust in the process of growth, even when you cannot see the outcome. Your hard work is like that seed planted deep in the soil. Though you cannot see the results immediately, they are growing. The ground is softening, the roots are taking hold, and soon you will see the first signs of life. But you cannot rush this process. Just as the seasons change in their own time, so too does the fruit of your labor take its own time to ripen. If you were to rush a plant's growth, you would only stunt its progress. In the same way, forcing the outcome of your hard work would only cause frustration and disappointment. Instead, trust that the time is coming when your efforts will bear fruit. The waiting can be hard, but it is in the waiting that you learn the most. It is in the moments of uncertainty, when you cannot yet see the reward, that your faith is tested and strengthened. And it is during this time that you must remind yourself that the reward is already on its way, even if you cannot perceive it just yet. Trust in the timing. Trust that the universe knows when you are ready to receive the reward you have worked so hard for. In moments of doubt, when the world around you seems to move faster than your progress, remind yourself of this. Your hard work is never wasted. Every step you take, every hour you spend, is part of a divine plan. When the time is right, your efforts will be made known. And when they are, the results will be even greater than you could have imagined. The universe operates on its own rhythm, and your task is not to fight against it, but to trust that your work is in alignment with that rhythm. Just as a river flows toward the sea in its own time, so too does your effort flow toward success. You cannot rush the river, and you cannot rush the results of your hard work. In the moments when the waiting feels unbearable, remember this: there is always a season of growth before the harvest. You cannot skip the planting, the nurturing, and the waiting. But the harvest that follows will be well worth it. The work you put in today will not be forgotten. It will come to fruition when the time is right. And when that time comes, you will see that your hard work has led you to something extraordinary. The rewards will be all the sweeter because they were earned with perseverance, patience, and trust. Your hard work, waiting for the right moment, is what makes the reward so meaningful. The universe is watching over you, child, and it knows exactly when to give you what you deserve. Keep trusting, keep working, and know that your reward is already on its way, unfolding in perfect harmony with the universe's plan. It is easy to focus solely on the destination when you're putting in hard work. You imagine the finish line, the moment when your efforts finally pay off, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. This is natural. You've worked hard, and you deserve the reward. But there is something deeper that your hard work is preparing you for. A reward that goes beyond the material or visible outcomes. The true reward lies in the transformation that takes place within you, in the person you become through your journey. Hard work is not just about achieving a goal or receiving a prize. It is about the growth and evolution that happens within your spirit. When you dedicate yourself to something with true effort, you are refining your character, strengthening your resilience, and deepening your understanding of who you are. These inner changes, though not always visible to the world, are the most important rewards of all. As you walk the path of hard work, you will encounter moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure. These are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are the very experiences that build your strength. They teach you perseverance, humility, and patience. And as you grow through each challenge, you become someone who is capable of handling greater responsibilities, greater challenges, and greater rewards. The true reward is not the destination, but the person you become while striving toward it. The person you are today may not be the same person who reaches the goal. The lessons you learn, the wisdom you gain, and the resilience you build are the treasures that will remain with you long after the reward is claimed. These inner transformations are far more valuable than any external success, for they will stay with you, shaping your future in ways that cannot be measured. When you arrive at the place you've been working toward, you will find that the satisfaction of reaching the goal is not as fleeting as it might seem. Yes, the moment of victory will bring joy, but the deeper, lasting fulfillment comes from knowing that you earned it through hard work, through dedication, and through a journey that shaped you into something greater. The satisfaction comes from knowing that you did not take shortcuts, that you stayed true to the process, and that you overcame every obstacle in your path. The reward that comes with hard work is not always what you expect. It may not always appear in the form you envisioned. Sometimes the journey itself will reveal rewards that are far more valuable than what you initially sought. The experiences, relationships, and wisdom you gain along the way are gifts that will continue to enrich your life long after the goal has been achieved. These rewards may come in subtle forms: a moment of clarity, a deeper understanding, a sense of peace, things that cannot be bought or forced, but must be earned through the dedication of hard work. Remember this: the reward of your hard work is not a single moment, but a series of moments, each one bringing you closer to your true self, to the person you are meant to be. The work you put in will shape your future in ways you cannot yet comprehend, but it will shape it for the better. Every step forward, every ounce of effort you give, is carving out a path towards something extraordinary. And when you look back on the journey, you will see that the true reward was not the material success or the recognition. It was the strength you developed, the wisdom you gained, and the growth that took place within you. The finish line may seem like the end of a journey, but it is really just the beginning of a new chapter. The hard work you've put in will open doors you never thought possible, and will prepare you for the next chapter of your life with a strength and confidence that can only come from having persevered. So as you continue your journey, keep in mind that the true reward is not only what lies ahead, but what you are becoming in the process. Your hard work is building something more valuable than any achievement. It is building the foundation of the person you are destined to be. And that, child, is the greatest reward of all. When you work with your heart and soul, you are not only crafting a future for yourself, you are creating a legacy. The fruits of your labor do not stop with you. They ripple outward, affecting the world in ways you may not even realize. Every action, every step you take toward your goal lays the foundation for something much larger than yourself. Your hard work will not only pay off in your lifetime, but it will also inspire, uplift, and empower those who follow in your footsteps. Your legacy is not defined by the rewards you receive or the accolades you earn. It is defined by the impact you have on others. The dedication, integrity, and perseverance you exhibit through your hard work create a blueprint for others to follow. By showing up each day and giving your best, you set an example of what it means to work with purpose and determination. Your example becomes a light for others who are struggling or who are uncertain about their own paths. As you push forward, remember that you are building something that will outlast your own lifetime. Your hard work today will be felt for generations to come. The knowledge you share, the lessons you impart, and the way you rise above challenges all become part of your legacy. The effort you put into everything you do sends a powerful message to the world. Hard work pays off, and through perseverance, anything is possible. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind, to focus solely on the immediate tasks before you. But the larger picture is unfolding with each moment of effort. Whether you realize it or not, your determination is planting seeds that will one day bloom in ways you never imagined. This is the beauty of hard work. It does not only transform you, it transforms everything around you. The world may not always acknowledge your struggles, but trust that the universe is taking note, and your legacy is growing with each choice you make. Think of those who came before you, the people whose hard work built the foundations of the world you live in today. They too worked tirelessly, often without seeing the full impact of their efforts. Yet their sacrifices paved the way for the future. You are part of that same lineage, continuing the work that others began. The paths you create today will guide others tomorrow. The strength you build will empower others to rise above their own challenges. Your hard work will create a ripple effect that echoes through time, far beyond your own existence. And remember, the legacy you leave is not just about tangible results. It is about the inspiration you provide, the courage you instill in others, and the love you pour into your work. When you approach your endeavors with heart, passion, and dedication, you are not just achieving a personal goal, you are contributing to a much larger vision. Your work becomes a force that moves beyond the confines of time and place, touching lives in ways you cannot always see, but will always feel. As you continue your journey, understand that the reward of your hard work is not confined to a single moment, nor to a single life. The beauty of your effort is that it becomes a legacy of love, strength, and resilience that will continue to inspire others long after you have crossed the finish line. Your hard work will pay off in ways you may never fully comprehend, but it will pay off in the deepest, most meaningful sense. For it is not the destination that matters most. It is the journey, the lives you touch along the way, and the legacy you leave behind.